P4 week 43 exam paper review. So this is from the Pei Chun Public School SA2 2022. So I'm going to skip to some questions as usual. So I'm just going to go straight to section B, question 26. Okay, just going to focus on things that are actually we have done recently. Okay, so okay, question 26. So this is question 26. So question 26 says that the area of a square is 64 square centimeters. What is the perimeter of the square? So what it means, right? So you know that the formula for finding area will be length times breadth. So area equal length times breadth. Or in this case, if this is a square, so it's actually length times length. Okay, so maybe I just change to length times length then. Okay, so length times length. So you know the area is given 64 equals to, you don't know the length and breadth. So it's something multiplied by something. But remember, bear in mind that this is a square. So that means that the measurements for all sides of the square will be equal. So what number times what number will give you 64. So if you know your multiplication very well, right, it will be none other than 8 times 8. So the side of a square is actually 8 cm. Okay, so this is 8 cm. So now with the side, we can actually find the perimeter. So that means one side is actually a measurement of 8 cm, right? So I want to find perimeter means it's the outline of the square, which is 4 sides. So 4 times 8 equals to 32 cm. So this is your answer. Fill up your answer, 32 cm. Okay. I'm going to question 28. So the figure below, PQRS is a rectangle, angle RST 52 degrees, and PSU 68. Okay, so that means I want to find angle Y. This is what they ask you. Angle Y is this one. So if you cannot see, right, I'm going to highlight angle Y here. Maybe you can see like that. Okay, angle Y is this little one. So what we're going to do is, right, we know that this is a P, you know that angle RSP, this one is a right angle because it's perpendicular, right? Because SP is perpendicular to SR. So you know that this is 68. Can you see that? Okay. So if PSU, so if I write down angle PSU is 68 degrees. So that means I can actually find angle RSU. That means I can find this one because this is 68. So if I were to draw out in another different color, you'll be able to see that this is what they say, 68. So I can find angle RSU. So angle RSU will be 90 degrees minus 68 degrees. Okay, sorry, 68 degrees. So angle RSU will be 22 degrees. So this is 22 degrees. So now I'm able to find angle Y. How? Because okay, take another different color. So this is 22. Don't forget that this is 52. So this is 52, this is 22. I can find this because this is what I'm looking at, right? So that means angle Y will be 52 degrees. You just take away the 22 here because this is 52. If this is 22, how many more? Okay, minus 22 degrees. Your answer is 30 degrees. So can you please write down the last answer as 30? Okay. So remember to observe your angles carefully before you do your work. All right. So moving on to question number 31. This one. Okay. The figure below is made out of two different rectangles. So what is the perimeter of the figure? So you see there are many measurements here, right? Actually, you do not really need to plus and minus to find the measurement. We can actually use the push-up method. Okay, so if you look at this, you know that from the top to the bottom is the length of the figure. So over here, top to bottom, I can actually push this out. This is 3 meters. so that I can find the whole length. So the length, it would be 3 plus 25, 28 meter. So I know the length of the whole figure is 28 meter. But what about the breadth? Very simple. The breadth, right, you can see that it's from the left to the right. So you can see this 8 and this is a 5. So I can actually push down. This is definitely a 5 meter also because this is the same rectangle. This is the breadth of the same rectangle. So I push this down. This will be 5 meter. So that means the breadth of the figure is actually 5 plus 8, 13 meter. So I got the length and breadth of the figure. Now I can find the perimeter. Because if the length is 28 here, right, the other opposite side is also 28. The breadth of the figure is 13. The other breadth is also 13. So the perimeter will be just 28 plus 13 plus 28 plus 13. Your answer is 82 meter. So please write down 82 meter as your last answer. Okay? If you want to write meter here also can. But then if you don't, it's okay. You just need to know that, when the last answer requires you for the unit, right? You have to write down the unit. Okay? Okay, moving on to question 33. Jacob had some money. He spent 1/4 of his money on a book and 1/8 of it on a pencil. He spent 70 cents more on the book than the pencil case. Okay, sorry, pencil case. How much money did Jacob have at first? So we write down 1/4 on book. So book, 1/4. But then for the pencil case, we write PC, okay? It is 1/8. So if you look at the denominator, right, it's actually different, which means I need to change the denominator to the same. So I will change this by times 2. This also times 2. So 1/4 is actually 2/8. So they say he spent 70 cents more on the book than the pencil case. You actually can see that, right? The fraction for the book is greater than the pencil case. So the difference between the fraction for book and pencil case is 2/8 minus 1/8. 1/8 represents 70 cents because he spent more on the book. So we already know the value of 1/8 is 0.70. I want to find how much he has at first, which is 1 whole. We look at 8/8. So 8 times 70. Okay, if you don't know how to multiply, it's very simple. You just write down 0.70 times 8. Okay, so 0 times 8 is 0. 7 times 6, 56. So you put a 6 decimal point in the dot. So 56, right? 5, remember to write it down. 0 times 8 is 0. Plus 5 is 5. So your answer is $5.60. That's your answer. $5.60. Okay? So moving on to question. Okay, I think now we're going to section C, yes. Yeah, if I'm not wrong, something like section C, because all of them are problem sums now. So I'm going to move on to question 36. Okay. Thomas had 10 identical boxes of cards. There were 25 cards in each box. How many cards did Thomas have? This is very simple. You just need to find the total. Okay. So if he got 10 boxes, 25 in each. So you need to find out how many cards are there in total in 10 boxes. You just take 10 times 25. That's all. 250. So you write down 250. Right? Second one, he then packed the cards. The cards means how many? 250, right? Because we found it in A, established the answer in A. So he then packed the cards into as many packets of 9 as he could. He had some cards left unpacked. How many cards were left? So that means if one packet, he's going to put 9 cards. How many packets will he get if he were to pack as many cards into the packets? Okay, so as many packets he has, he had to pack the cards into as many packets as he can. Be given that he got 250 cards. So that means we need to find the number of packets by taking 250 divided by 9. Okay, there will be a remainder. Okay, so it will be, actually when we got answer, you will get 27 packets in total. but with a remainder of 7 cards. So the question is just asking you for the number of cards unpacked. So the answer is just 7 cards, not the maximum number of packets he has, but how many cards were left unpacked. So the answer is just 7. I just want the remainder. Okay. Question 37. Kai Jie, Mandy, and Ian had $190.30 altogether. Kai Jie had $250, $2.50 more than Mandy. Ian had twice as much money as Mandy. How much money did Mandy have? So we draw a model. Kai Jie got $2.50 more than Mandy, right? So Kai Jie's model will be longer than Mandy's by a $2.50. So this is a $2.50 more. Okay. Then it says that what about Ian? Ian twice of Mandy. So Mandy is this, So Ian will be twice. That means it will be 2 times of Mandy's amount. So 1, 2, like that. Okay. Remember the total given is 190.30. I want to find Mandy. This is what I need to find. So if you can see, right, if Kai Jie doesn't have this $2.50, actually he'll be the same as Mandy. So I take away the difference. So 190.30 minus 250. You will get $187.80. This will be for 4 units. Okay, because if you take this away, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4 equal units. So 4 equal units is $187.80. Remember to look for 1 unit, you divide by 4. 187.80 divide by 4. Work it out, you will get $46.95. So asking for Mandy. So Mandy is just 1 unit. So the answer is $46.95. So you just write down here, $, 46.95. Okay. Question 38. The bar graph below shows the number of families with different number of children. Okay, so these are the number of families, these are the number of children. So find the difference between the number of families with 1 child and the number of families with no children. Before we do our work, make sure you find the value of each group. Okay, so this one, you know that the calculation here is at 10, 20, 30, 40. So that means if there are 5 intervals, right, 5 markings between 0 to 10, 1 marking will represent the reading of 2. So over here is 20, 22, 24, 26. 26. Okay. So those with 1 children will be 30 here, right? 30, 2, 4, 6, 8. 38. 2 children, 10, 12, 14, 16. 3 children will be 10, 12. All those that are more than 3 will be exactly 20. Okay. So I'm just looking at the number of children, the difference between those with 1 child and no children. So I'm just going to take 38 here, 1 child and no children, minus 26. Your answer is 12. Very straightforward. B is asking you to find the total number of families with fewer than 3. So fewer than 3 means what? 2 and below. No, you don't count the 3. Fewer than 3, I don't take 3 as inside. Okay. So I'm just going to add 26 plus 38 plus 16. Answer is 80 families. So you just write 80. Okay. Question 39. A rectangular picture 20 cm by 16 cm is mounted on a rectangular frame ABCD. A 4 border cm around it. So if this is 4, remember this is also 4 cm. Okay. Here also 4 cm. All around the gap. Okay. It's just all 4 cm. A is asking for the length of the frame, which is this one. AB. Right? So you get this question mark. So very simple. You can see that the length of the picture is 20 cm. So you want to find the length of the frame, actually is a longer, it's bigger definitely, okay, because it's a bigger rectangle. The picture is inside, so that means the picture will be actually smaller size. So you can see that on the left is a 4 cm and the right is a 4 cm. So the length of AB, right, will be 20. Add in the left side of the gap and the border, and the right side of the border to get the whole length of the frame. It would be 28 cm. Okay. And B, they're asking for the area of the border. So the area of the border is very simple. It's just that this one, right? Okay. So how do we do it? We need to find the area of the picture and the area of the whole rectangular frame. Then we subtract, take away what we do not need. Okay. So, but what we do have, okay, we know that this is 28. But we do not have the breadth, which is AD, breadth of the frame. So how do we find AD? This is 16, right? Remember, look at the breadth of the picture. 16 plus the 4 on top and the 4 below. So AD is 16 plus 4 plus 4 equals to 24 cm. Okay, so I know this is 24 cm. So now I'm looking to find the area of this part. Okay, this thing that we have. So what we do is we need to find out the area of the total area. Okay, the total area, it would be 28 length times breadth times 24. 672 square centimeter. But the area of the picture, we need to look exactly at the length and breadth. Okay, don't get mixed up. So length is 20, breadth is 16. So 20 times 16, 320 square centimeter. So what we want to find is the border, right? So we just take away the picture, the area of the picture from the total area. So 672 minus away 320. Your answer is 352 square centimeter. Okay, so remember to write your unit properly. Understand? Question number 40. Okay, let me enlarge it a little bit. Okay, question 40, right, is actually something that you need to draw model. Okay, so when you read the question, it says that, Randy had 3 times as many stamps as Larson. After Randy gave away 105 of his stamps, Larson had twice as many stamps as Randy. So how many stamps did Randy have in the end? So we draw a model. So Randy 3 times, right? So I'm going to write R and L as Larson. Randy 3 times, so I'm going to draw Randy 3 units. Larson is just 1. And after Randy gave away 105, so Larson is going to give, Randy, 105, okay? And it says Larson twice. How did Larson become 2 units? He only got this much, right? So we cut. So that means we have to cut all of the units into half. So Larson left with 2 units, right? So Randy will be 1 unit because Larson is 2 times. So Randy will be just 1 time of Larson after giving away 105. So this will be 105. Okay, so we can see now 105 is actually a total of 5 units. So you look for 1 unit, 105 divided by 5, which is 21. So how many stamps did Randy have in the end? Randy only have 1 unit in the end. Your answer is 21 stamps. Okay, write down properly, 21. B is asking for how many stamps did Larson have. Larson, very simple. If you look at this, right, you actually know that Larson got 2 units. So just work to find out 2 units will be 2 times 21. Your answer is 42 stamps. So just write down 42 here. Okay. Question 41. Betty spent 4/5 of her money on a dress. Okay. And the dress cost $120. She spent the rest of her money on some t-shirts. A, what fraction of her money did she spend on the t-shirts? Fraction. Very simple already. Just look for fraction. It's very simple. You know that her money will be just 1 whole. Before she spent just her total amount of money, which is 1 whole, right? Take away the fraction she spent on dress. Your answer is 1/5 for A. 1 mark only. So it's just as simple as that. So 1/5 of the money is on t-shirts. Okay. B, each t-shirt cost $6. How many t-shirts did she buy? So we know that she spent 4/5 on dress, and the dress is 120. So now we do know that the value of 4/5 is 120. Look for 1/5. 120 divided by 4 equals to $30. This is for the shirts, okay? The t-shirts, I just write shirts here. Okay, so that means 1/5 is the t-shirts. And it says that each t-shirt costs $6. So if she spent $30 in total on the t-shirts, so one shirt is $6. So if $30 is spent on the t-shirts, how many t-shirts will she buy? So you just take $30, that's the amount of money spent on only the t-shirts, and one shirt is 6. You divide by 6. Your answer will be 5 t-shirts. That's all. Okay. Question 42. Okay. Question 42 says Bala bought 4 pens and 2 pencils. Mingjie bought 2 pens and 4 pencils. Bala paid $2.40 more than Mingjie. A pencil cost $1.35. What is the cost of a pen? Okay, this one I think I would draw a model. So given that when you read, right, Bala bought 4 pens and 2 pencils, 2 pens and 4 pencils, and Bala paid $2.40 more. So which means that, right, the pens, the pens are more expensive than the pencils because Bala bought 4 more pens, right? So what we do is we are going to draw something like unit model, okay? So we draw Bala and Mingjie, MJ. So that means Bala definitely pay more, right? So Bala's model will be longer than Mingjie's, with a difference of $2.40. So I'm going to draw a little bit like that. Okay, so it's 240. This is 240. Okay, so it says that, but what did Bala spend on? Bala spent on 4 pencils. So I'm going to cut this into 4 parts. Okay, so this is 4 pens, sorry, not pencil, 4 pens. This is 2 pencils. This is 2 pencils. And Mingjie is 2 pens, so the pens please cut the same. Pens, and this is 4 pencils. Okay, so what we are going to do is, right, we are going to find out, okay, how much is the cost of a pen. So we know that one pencil is $1.35, right? So we need to find out the cost of 2 pencils. Okay, so one pencil is $1.35. So that means we are going to take 1 PC, right? One pencil is 1 PC, huh? $1.35. So 2 pencils will be $1.35, 2 pencils times 2, $2.07. So 2 pencils is 270. I'm going to maybe just roughly write a 270 here. If you're able to see, I write in green. So 2 pencils is, this is 270. Okay, but then you know that over here, right, there's this 4 pencils for Mingjie. We find the cost of 4 pencils also. So 4 pencils for Mingjie, right, is actually 4 times $1.35, which is $5.40. So 4 pencils is $5.40. So I'm going to write a $5.40 here. Okay, so if you can see, right, if you look at these two, let me highlight, I guess. Highlighting will be better. So if you look at these two down here, you can see that actually there's this little difference down here that we can find. But wait, let me get a purple color one. So you can see that this one, right, we can find this little part here. Okay, so how do we find this little part? It would be 540 minus 270, sorry, not 540. So I saw I see one. This is 270. So we find this one, right? We take 270. This little part is actually $2.70 minus 240, which is a 30 cents. Okay, so if that's the case, right, this is 540. If this little part is a 30 cents, right, as we established from this, I can find the cost of 2 pence. Okay, let me highlight orange. 2 pence. Oh, sorry, I'm not highlighting. Give me a while. I'll change the color. This is here. So we can find the cost of 2 pence here. Okay, this part. So we take 540 minus away 30 cents to find 2 pence. Okay, 540 minus away 30 cents. So 2 pence will be a cost of $5.10. So if you look for 1 pen, $5.10 divided by 2. Your answer is $2.55. So 1 pen costs $2.55. Okay, so this is a little bit complicated because of this part here. 2 pencils is $2.70 as we found it here. And this one is the difference between Bala and Mingjie because Bala paid $2.40 more. Okay, $2.40 more from him, right? So that means this little part here will be 30 cents. And over here you can see it's 4 pencils. And this tiny part will be a 30 cents more, right? So if this 4 pencils is 540 and this is 30 cents more, I take it away, I will be able to find 2 pence. Then I divide by 2, I get $2.55 for a pen. And question B is asking me how much more did the pen cost than the pencil? You already know that 1 pencil is $1.35, what we read in the question. But now we already found the cost of a pen, which is $2.55. So the difference will be $2.55 minus $1.35. Your answer is $1.20. So this is 1.20. Okay. Question 43. Kim bought an equal number of cupcakes and cookies. He spent $168 more on the cupcakes than the cookies. A cupcake costs $5 and a cookie costs $2. How many cookies did he buy? So equal number means we can actually group 1 cupcake and 1 cookie into 1 group. So cupcake and cookie starts with C. So I'm just going to write down in full 1 cupcake, 1 cookie. Remember, write the price. 1 cupcake is 5, 1 cookie is 2. So we're going to do this as 1 group. 1 group. Okay? So I don't know how many he's going to buy. But all I know is he's going to buy an equal number of cupcakes and cookies. And he's going to spend $168 more on the cupcakes than the cookies. We already know that 1 cupcake costs more expensive than the cookie. So which means that the 168 is the total difference. Okay, which is 168. So we can find out in 1 group, right, a cupcake costs how much more than a cookie. So we take $5 minus $2. Okay, there's a difference in 1 group. So which means that a cupcake and a cookie, the difference is a $3 difference. So if I have a total of $168 difference and each group is a $3 difference, how many groups of this will he buy? So you just take 168 divided by 3, which is 56 groups. That's the number of groups. Okay, so the question asking you to find out how many cookies did he buy, right? You know that 1 group has actually 1 cookie. Okay, so 1 group, 1 cookie. So I have 56 groups, right? How many cookies altogether? 56 times 1. The answer is 56 cookies. Okay, so remember I already said before, grouping groups and number of things are different. Although it's still 56, but it meant different things. This is 56 groups. But you need to times 1 to let us know that you have 1 cookie in 1 group. So times, you get 56 cookies. How much did he spend on the cupcakes? You know that 1 cupcake is $5. Okay, write down. And we know that since there are 56 groups, right, it means that he will have 56 cupcakes also. Because he got 56 cookies, which means he also got 56 cupcakes. Okay, so 56 times 5. Because one cupcake is $5, right? So 56 cupcakes will be 56 times 5, which will be $280. So I write down 280. Okay. Okay, that's the end of the exam paper review.